15 yards through the air and a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Catch is made by Herring. There they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Watson looks to throw again. That is caught, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now it's Wilson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Wilson. wisely will throw that one away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone. It looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Inside give to Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early. There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 64 yards. And the Dragons add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Watson now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Able to power through. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Throw left side, complete to Harry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. To the air yet again. Watson. He's got Hooper on the short connection. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st down, Watson. Got a man open, that's Harry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Watson, option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Antlers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 1st downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw on second is Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dragons.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Shoves him aside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Watson. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On the counter, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is brought in at the 21. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. On 1st and 10, Watson. That one complete. Elliott. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. Rashad Penny with a couple of touchdowns there. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The former Buckeye, Justin Fields, with a touchdown pass. We saw the vet with plenty left, Ezekiel Elliott, putting together a strong first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Here's Harris to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half, I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Watson. Catch is made by Harry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Elliott running right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
For Buenos Aires, first down. 1st and 10.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now it's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Wilson will throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Foreman powering ahead. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson. He's got this to Williams, complete. And touchdown! Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Antlers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
30-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Watson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 10. And a Tokyo first down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Escapes the sack. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
19-yard line.
Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Foreman. Takes it to about the 37. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Now Wilson. And on the left side, sideline. He caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. To throw again is Wilson. Work in the middle of the field. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Zach Wilson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Antlers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Dragons 41, Antlers 20.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. How about this? He's to the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 81 yards. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This pass finds its way to Williams. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
That's good for A.
Now a give to Foreman, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Watson on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Antlers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it, and that's exactly what they did.
An extra point try now for Moody. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Harry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Watson, option left. A little juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Watson now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That'll be caught by Foreman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Antlers get a bit closer. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Wilson going to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Now an option play on 2nd down. There he goes left side. He's on his way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 79 yards. And the Dragons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. David Ajabo, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. To throw is Wilson. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 46 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Wilson. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll hand off to Reynolds. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
On the option, here's Elliott. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 195 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And a Tokyo first down.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, Elliott once more. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And a Tokyo first down.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tokyo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buenos Aires, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.